Licensing reimagined.
Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Turn up the sun up from under the sun that we maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing the visit.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers, and welcome to a very special edition of Stat Diggers, doing a UFC Vegas 110 recap. And we have a lot to talk about tonight. And it's been a weird month. It's been a very weird month. You know, we had this all started with the Jake Matthews Neil Magny fight. You know, the ref stopped the fight. Never mind. You know, he's still up. Let's restart the fight. Jake Matthews loses. And then there was the Kyle Nelson, Matt Favola situation with Dan Miragliotta. There was the Joel Alvarez, Vicente Luque situation where the ref waved off the fight and then restarted it. And then tonight, there was a couple more things to add to the list, including, which was the biggest thing the past month, which was a blatant fight fixing. And I'm not one of these guys that say, oh, fights are fixed. Oh, they're fixed. You know, I'm not one of the guys that'll typically say that. But, I mean, this was so blatant and so right in front of our faces that, I mean, I had no other choice but to call it how it is. It's fixed. But me and Weezy wanted to come on here and talk through some of the madness. So what is up, Weezy? What are your initial thoughts on what just took place?
Yeah, I mean, it's happening just so wide out in the wide open. And what's kind of crazy is like when everything is said and done in the next 48 hours, everybody's going to be talking about the Dulgarian fight. But once again, like the commission goes out there and fixes a fight in complete, like they gave Waldo a stool to sit on. That fight was a no contest. And any way you slice it, when you stop a fight and you say it's over, and then it turns out it was because of an illegal foul that caused the finish, that's a no contest every single time. And what did you think was going to happen when Mark Smith went over to tell Delia, hey, you know, I need your fingers up or in a fist. And he goes, do you understand? And Delia's looking at him like, how the fuck are you going to start this fight up? Don't fucking talk to me about my fingers. You just said that I won. You called the fight off, and then now you give the guy a stool to sit on for 5 minutes. You got the commission looking at it. This is a no contest.
Easy,
you know, and they started back up and Waldo knocks him out. And I mean, like, Delia probably had nothing left in the tank. And this is a weird thing because it feels like the commission knows that they can fix fights this way now. Right? That they can stop a fight and then start it back up, knowing that somebody that maybe was supposed to lose the fight somehow was going to adrenaline dump after they told him that he won and then made him go back out there and fight. How many times has it happened already? Is that the fourth time?
It's the fourth time in the last 5 weeks.
The fourth time that this has happened in the last 5 weeks where they've started up a fight that was called off and stopped. And I mean, that's commission corruption. And then there's this picture. Of course, fucking James Krause used to coach this guy.
It's crazy.
Of course he did. I mean, what else? How could this be any worse at this point? Because as bad as the corruption was for the Acosta Delia fight, dude, I lost 4 units on the Acosta Delia fight. I got to cash out of my Dulgarian bet, luckily, and only lost like 0.75 units. But according to Bet MMA Tips, I lost 3 units on that fight. You know, 7 units for me to the downside, and that was basically what my loss was today, based on these 2 fights. And now we've got another one, man. You know, like I tweeted it out, dude. I've never had a tweet that got this many views. I tweeted out that first round prop going from plus 900 to plus 500 over the course of an hour. And you know what's funny, Brady?
What?
Is that, you know, we've gotten just absolutely blasted in the ass so many times by corruption over the last 2 months that the second I heard that there was crazy line movement happening on the Del Valle round 1 prop, like I didn't even hesitate. I immediately went to Bet Rivers Sportsbook and cashed out of my bet and just said, "This is a fixed fight. It's
Same.
a fixed fight.
Same.
It's a fixed fight." I mean, like I already know it, and instead of I should have just put like the entire bankroll on Del Valle because I would have won, but then your account gets nuked if you pull that shit. And and the books took a big beating on this one. So I'm interested to hear what the chat has to say, because I mean, obviously we're not going to be saying things that are that much different than anybody else, Brady. That was just out in the wide open corruption in 2 of the fights that were on the main card of this travesty.
Yeah, and we got to say something about it. We can't just let this slide. And what I like about the MMA community is people are saying stuff about it. People are kind of, I think, sick of this stuff a little bit. A lot of people are coming out and bringing this stuff up. So I think something actually will be done. But let's recap what happened for that Dulgarian fight. So yeah, I was checking the lines, and everybody was talking about, look at the lines in the Dulgarian fight. You see a round 1 prop for Del Valle, which if you know Dulgarian, I know Dulgarian. Most people know Dulgarian. Round 1 is Dulgarian's best round. In round 1, Dulgarian is an absolute monster. I'd argue like Dulgarian is one of the best round 1 fighters out there. I mean, this guy in round 1 is disgusting. Why is the Del Valle round 1 prop getting smashed? I mean, look at this. It went from plus 700 to plus 475 throughout the evening there. Like that shouldn't happen. It makes
Brady,
no sense.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I absolutely have to, because you would agree with me on this, I'm sure. If you had no information about anything going on behind the scenes of this fight, okay, and you're a professional MMA bettor, and you were betting Yadier Del Valle to win in round 1, you probably had a brain tumor.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, like, no, there's seriously, like, there's no defense for that bet. It means that you don't even know who Isaac Dulgarian is. You haven't watched 1 second of tape. This guy is the best round 1 fighter I've ever seen. Like nobody even touches this guy in round 1. So like if you're betting on Yadier Del Valle in round 1, I mean, it is just absolutely the worst bet that you possibly could have made. And when you see that happening, it was like we both immediately knew, like, wow, this is a fixed fight. Something's happening here.
Yeah, we gave each other a call and like, okay, time to cash out. time to get out of the bed. But yeah, man, I mean, Dulgarian, he was minus 250, minus 240, and then closed to minus 135 on Bet Online. I saw some other books had the line closed at a pick'em, and then somebody mentioned to me that on one of they have exchanges that you can bet on. On one of those exchanges, Dulgarian actually closed as the slight underdog. So I mean, that just doesn't happen. We haven't seen line movement like this since the Minner fight, since the Derek Minner, Sean Leon Durden-Beke fight. Like we've seen some line movement here and there, a little bit sketchy line, but we haven't seen something like that. And for the round 1 prop to get hammered the way it did, from plus 800 to plus 450, and then for it to come through and for Del Valle to get that finish, it just made no sense. And the fight made no sense. Dulgarian looked like he never wrestled a day in his life. He went out there, got his takedown stuffed, and then got his back taken instantly. He didn't fight the hands whatsoever. Like it was really just all sketchy, like a big sketchy situation that took place on Saturday. Like there's no other way around it other than it was a fixed fight. Nobody convinced me otherwise. Look at this. So William Hill, and this is huge. This is huge. Yeah. William Hill, which I think is the same as Caesars as well. So they're actually giving the customers, a credit, a cash credit for the Dulgarian fight. Like that's huge that's happening. And they're pretty much saying, yeah, this was a fixed fight. I think what William Hill's doing, I think it's going to start something, but it's going to start some type of investigation for sure. I mean, that's huge. We don't see sports books, doing that. They're basically saying, yeah, it was fixed.
And they're not even saying that they're not honoring the Del Valle bets, which I'm sure they got flooded with.
Yeah.
They're actually, this is like a corporate decision right now by a company whose product is corrupt, and it's not their fault. It's not William Hill's fault. It's not Caesar's fault. But right now, the UFC, what they're doing by letting commissions fix fights wide in the open. I mean, like, we didn't even talk about the Lucas. Did we talk about the Lucas Almeida broken hand?
We did not tonight. We have
I
before.
mean, like there's this shit going on that the commission, like, for instance, if I was on the commission and somebody tried to start a fight up that had been waved off, I'd go running in the cage. If I was on the commission and there was a fight that was happening 90 minutes from now, and I saw the fucking line go from from minus 260 to minus 130 on the favorite, and I saw the first round prop getting smashed on a guy who I've never even seen absorb a significant strike in round one. This guy's like Hamzat in round one.
Yeah.
So it just, I'd be saying, like, well, hey, we're calling this fight off because it's supposed to be the commission's job to make sure that the product has integrity. And when you're letting someone go out there with a hand that's broken, that everybody knew was broken more than 24 hours before the fight, when you're letting fights that by law have to be stopped. I mean, when a referee waves a fight off, whether it's because of error or legitimate reasons, the fight is over. That's the rule.
You'd think, yeah. I agree.
But it is the rule. And what they're saying is, like, and that's the commission's job. It's the commission's job, Brady, to say this is a rule and our referee fucked up. I'm sorry. But guess what? You know what I said to my Discord was when they were like trying to figure out what was going on with the Waldo fight, I said, hey, it was an eye poke. They'll run it again in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Shit, they could run it again next week. If they're right there in Vegas again next week, they could have run that fight over again. They're heavyweights. They don't have to cut weight. They could have just ran that fight over again, but they decided to start it back up. And what Caesars is saying is people are going to stop betting on this sport because the commission won't do the job. The commission won't call off these fights that are clearly fixed. That's the problem here.
It's a big problem, man. It's a big problem. Shout out to Hey John. He posted this. It's just funny. Like, so Dulgarian had an interview this week, and he's basically saying he's like pissed and saying fighters should get a percentage of sports bets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's congratulations, Isaac. When you're in federal court for this, like, that fucking video is going to be what the prosecutor tells it, all of its, like, little minions, like, this is how we're going to send this dude to prison. Yeah.
He's going to prison. I mean, there's no other way around it. Yeah, something went down. I mean, he probably had an injury. I mean, something was up.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. It was just so I'm over here stress eating, man. Like, I've eaten like a half jar of peanut butter. This thing was full at the beginning of the day, Brady.
Peanut butter.
Yeah. Dulgarian was the ass shaving of the week. I had 4 units lost on the Delia fight. I mean, like, I'm getting killed over here, man. I'm getting blasted in the ass. And it's something goddamn new every week.
Yeah, I didn't have any money on the Waldo Delia fight. But if I did, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys. I mean, after because I've dealt with that like 4 times already in the past month. If I had to deal with that again, but yeah, I mean, at the very least, it should have been a no contest. Everybody was in the cage, the team, everybody was in the cage. The fight was over, and then oh wait, the fight's not over. Let's rerun. It's like a fever dream. It's like this can't keep happening. Like, at some point, it's got to stop happening. I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe what's been going on this last month.
I don't even know what to say, dude. I mean, like, it's just it keeps happening over and over and over and over and over again. And I think that William Hill, the reason that they're doing that is because they're seeing the people lose the reason to bet on this sport. I mean, shit, Brady, would you be betting on next week's fights if you weren't a content creator?
No, if I wasn't a content creator, I would have probably stopped like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I would have walked away for a month.
I mean,
would have
tonight would have been my last straw if I.
Yeah, dude, I would have went and like, I'm gonna worry about my fucking fantasy football team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend some. I'm gonna get, I'm gonna go watch something that's not fixed, and good luck with that. Seems like everything's fucking fixed these days, and with the NBA betting scandal being out there in wide open,
Mhm.
I mean, like I grew up watching Chauncey Billups. That guy was on several of my NBA fantasy teams back in the day, and I mean, like, and this guy's running fucking fake poker games with wearing contact lenses where you could see that. I mean, what the hell is happening? What the hell is happening, dude? Like, this sport has lost all credibility, and I mean, like, it's something new every week. If they're not fixing fights for Patty Pimblett, if referees aren't in there trying to get people killed like Jason Herzog and fucking Keith Peterson, if you don't have commissions starting back fights that were stopped, I mean, where does it end, dude?
Yeah. And it's always been bad. Like, typically it's usually the judges, right? Like, we're worried about the judges, but
And the
now
refs.
we're in the refs, but now we're have to worry about the commission. Have to worry about the commission now. Like, come on.
And you almost have to like just watch. You have to like watch the line movement like a hawk to make sure that something that isn't fucking happening.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, we're gonna have to take advantage of this crookedness. Like, we should have, piled all in on who fought the broken hand dude.
Oh, Aswell. That was the easiest money ever.
It was, and a lot of people capitalized. We should have probably went all in on Yadier Dalvai round 1 at plus 400.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we got to take advantage of the crooked, because it's right in front of our faces. Like, Almeida had a broken hand. That fight shouldn't have happened. And I was hoping, and I knew it wouldn't happen, but I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't let the Dulgarian fight happen, because we knew what was about to happen. Me and you we knew that Dulgarian was about to get finished in round number 1. We knew it was about to happen. I was hoping they would pull the fight, but the fight happened, and I kind of lost what little respect I had left. The integrity is not there. It's just blatant. It's right in front of our faces, and something needs to happen. Like, it's getting bad.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, it's no longer just bad. It's to the point where there's no reason to bet on it anymore. It's fixed. And like, and I don't know how often this happens to you, Brady, but like, I've had money on a lot of these guys. I've had money on Lucas Almeida before I knew his hand was broken. I had money on Jared Gordon before I knew he got hit by a car. I had money on fucking Dulgarian before I knew that he was going to throw the fight or had an injury or whatever it was that the betting markets knew that I didn't know. I mean, like, I'm running head first into all these things. I didn't know that Delio was going to be told he was going to win the fight and then go celebrate with his corner for 7 minutes and then make him go back out there and fight again. And by the way, the first round isn't even fucking over yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, the people are like, well, why didn't you just fucking put a ton of money on Aswell? And it's like, dumbass, clearly you don't have a YouTube channel with 6,000 subscribers where you were giving out bets 2 fucking days ago. I can't just, I can't just get out and be like, tell everybody, oh, forget everything I said and forget everything that you already heard me say 2 days ago. Now let's just go all in on Aswell because fucking Almeida's got a broken hand. We're watching tape. We're out here researching these fights. We're watching tape. I'm writing up these fights. There's no way to know that any of this shit is going to happen. It's just, it's fucking crazy. And what, like, this is the biggest growing sport in the world, Brady.
Yep.
It's putting countries on the map that people didn't even fucking know existed. 10 years ago in this country, if you were to ask people where the fuck is Tajikistan, they wouldn't have even known it was a real country. And now we know it because of Nurullo Aliyev and because of, Muhammad Naimov, and we know like these Tajikistani fighters in these smaller countries, these fighters are putting countries on the map, and this is what's happening. This is what they're doing with the sport, and nobody but the gamblers that are losing money on it seem to be fucking concerned about it.
I'm concerned. I mean, this is the sport we love, but it's hard. It's hard, man. Like betting UFC is already hard enough. Like with the trash game plans, like some of the game plans even tonight. Like I was watching the Alan Carr fight, and she won the fight, but I was listening to the Alan Carr fight, and they said that the Alan Carr corner said, "Don't go for takedowns." Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Alan Carr, don't go for takedowns? What do you mean? Like, Carnelossi has a 14% takedown defense. What do you mean, don't go for takedowns? And she didn't. It was actually Carnelossi that initiated the wrestling. It's a tough sport to bet on. You got to worry about the fighters, and then now you have to worry about the commission. You got to worry about the refs stopping a fight, restarting a fight. You got to worry about the crooked, blind, corrupt judges. You got to worry about people throwing fights now. It's not easy. It's not, and it's going to piss people. It has pissed people off. I feel like. I mean, how can you not be a little bit pissed off? Like I didn't have any money on the D'Elia fight, but that pissed me off. I don't like corruption. I don't like shenanigans. I hate shenanigans because betting UFC is already hard enough. I hate it. I hate the extra shenanigans. I don't want any more shenanigans. And there's been just way too much the last month. Way too much.
And you know what the worst part about it is that it's the commission corruption that's the worst. Because, like, let's say Dulgarian threw this fight, Brady, right? Okay, let's just say he threw it exactly like Minner threw the fight 3 years ago. All right, so once every 3 fucking years, we got to worry about a fixed fight. 1 out of 1,600, 1 out of 1,700, and they're going to make a big fucking deal about this. But what if you and I were really mad at Dan Murgliata last week, which was for what was an absolutely unforgivable error, stopping a fight with 3 seconds left in the round and then having the audacity to start it back up. And not only that, the commission lets it happen. A clear first round knockout win. And the commission fucking lets it happen. So what if, right? What if you, now let me ask you this, Brady.
Okay.
What kind of a response do you think you and I would get if we were to contact the Nevada Mixed Martial Arts Commission, the commission that's in charge of these events, and say, we want to interview whoever is in charge of this commission, and we want to ask you some questions on our show about some of the shit that's happening with the fights that you're in charge of the integrity of. We would like to ask you some questions about that. What do you think? What kind of a response do you think we would get from them?
I'll tell you what response we'd get. No response.
Exactly. Go fuck yourself. Or while we were walking out to our car one day, somebody will come up with a lead pipe behind us and fucking kneecap us.
I hope they do.
That would be our response, right? Because these guys are so fucking mobbed up. That's why nobody ever gets to interview Sal D'Amato. Nobody ever gets to interview Keith Peterson. Nobody ever gets to interview, Mark Ratner, one of the heads of the commission. The chicanery on the scales, the chicanery with the refs, the chicanery with the judges, starting fights up that clearly anybody with fucking multiple brain cells would know this fight is over. You're not restarting it. And they let it happen. So it's the commission corruption that actually really fucking bothers me, because everybody knows what happened with the Dulgarian fight. And all you had to do was look at the line movement. It's all the evidence you need. It wasn't Sharps. It wasn't Sharps who were like, oh, I think he's going to Gilliam early. Oh, I think that Del Valle's got really underrated takedown defense. Oh, Dulgarian's wrestling, it's not that good. Nobody was saying that.
No, and somebody commented on my tweet and with a picture of his ticket on Del Valle, and he said it was always Del Valle, and he bet him at plus 140. Then why didn't you bet him at plus 200, bitch?
I know.
If it was always Del Valle. Why didn't you bet him at plus 200? Why'd you bet him at plus 140?
Plus 140, yeah.
It was always Del Valle.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
It's crazy. See if there's anything else I wanted to touch on, and then we can kind of get into the chat. I'm really curious to hear what the chat has to say about all this. But yeah, William Hill, Caesars refunding the Dulgarian bets. Looking forward to seeing if any other books do that tonight. The Dulgarian interview saying that fighters should get a percentage of. And you know what? Fuck Dulgarian, man. I had high hopes for this guy. I thought this guy could be a potential champion one day, and he threw it all away. For what? Couple $1,000, couple steaks.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like that was just the steakhouse bet of the year. You know, steakhouse bet of the year right there. That was, I mean, and people were in on it. Not me. Nobody gave their fucking Uncle Wheezy a call, Brady. Did you get a call?
No.
Nope. Neither me. Yeah, I didn't either. It was very suspicious stuff. Did you notice that on Wednesday night, Caesars pulled the line? Bet Rivers pulled the line?
They did pull the lines midweek.
Yeah. Over 24 hours. They pulled those lines. But Caesars is out there doing absolutely the right thing. You can't say enough about the integrity of Caesars William Hill Sportsbook getting out ahead of this issue. The first people to come out there and say, you know what, we're going to take a loss, but we're going to let our customers know that if they bet on a shit fight, on a fixed fight like this, we got them. We got them. Because if the commission doesn't want to step up and do their fucking job, and I wonder, like, can these sports books like just
I believe that's James Krause on a yacht with hose, a big pile of cash, and looks like it's Isaac Dulgarian there on the right.
Oh my God, dude. I thought that on the left there, that was Dravi because he's up like 90 units this year. And I just thought that was all Dravi's money because the guy kind of actually looks like Dravi. But
it does.
I thought Dravi was fucking partying with Dulgarian. And somebody AI made it or something like that. But
yeah, shout out to Nathan Robinson. That one. What?
They're having fun. It looks like they're having fun there.
Yeah, I got some bitches and bikinis in the back. Just a tons of bags of cash. I mean, Yadier sub 1 was paying nice.
Oh man, yeah, it was. It really was, dude. Beautiful bet for anybody that cashed it. But that's another thing too, is you got to be real careful when you see lines moving like that, and then you go out and you smash the side of the fixed fighter. You might get your account nuked. It's a risky bet to make. And sometimes it could cost you a lot more in the long run because now they won't accept your bets anymore. And that happens to a lot of people when they're playing, with these, obviously lines that are swinging like pendulums because of inside information.
Yeah, that's true. You can get your account nuked betting on the crooked and corruption. But let's see what the chat has to say. And I did do a poll for tonight's show about who needs to get some help. And really, there's only one name I put up there, and it's Isaac Dulgarian. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I wonder what happened. Like, clearly something was wrong. Did he throw the fight? Did he tell people to bet on Yadier round 1? Was he? What I think would happen? I think he was injured, but the fact that it did happen in round 1 is crazy. So all the money came in on round 1, and the fact that happened made me think that maybe he did tell people that, hey, bet Yadier Del Valle round 1.
Yeah. You know what would be a great assignment for us is like, how do we contact the commission? Because I'd love to ask them some questions, Brady. Wouldn't you?
I have a ton of questions. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, so what's the name of it? Because is it the Nevada Boxing Commission? Is that what they call it?
Well, the problem is, I mean, there was corruption in Brazil the other week.
Yeah.
There was corruption in Canada. Like all these there are different commissions, and then there was the Nevada,
Abu Dhabi too.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi commission. There was corruption there. I mean, it's not just the Nevada commission; it's all commissions. It seems like, which is scary. It's like, I think that I don't know. The UFC needs to do something about it.
Like I think at this point, one of the goals of the community that really does care about betting on the UFC is we have to find some people to hold accountable here, because there's no way that some of these fights should be getting restarted. There's no way that some of these fights should be being allowed to happen. Are you old enough to remember Tai Hyung Bang versus Leo Kuntz?
Bang versus Kuntz, yeah.
Yeah, Bang versus Kuntz. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that was a fixed fight.
Yep.
And literally, like, the mafia went into Tai Hyung Bang's locker room and told him, if it looks like you're throwing this fight, we're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like they flat out told him, because like somebody went in there and told him, hey, if you're thinking about throwing this fight, because the line on Kuntz went from fucking something like plus 400 to being minus 200 or something. It was clearly a fixed fight. They made him go out there and give it his all. Like, you look like Bang was looking like he was fighting for his life out there. And I think he got the win, actually. But it was one of those things, like these fights, like when you see that kind of line movement, the commission just goes back there and stops it.
You would think, yeah. That's why I kind of figured that they might call off that Dulgarian fight. I really thought they would, but
yeah, it's about appearances. Look at what William Hill did. Because of the appearance of a fixed fight, they're refunding everybody and taking, I guarantee you, Brady, a pretty big loss.
Yeah.
So because of appearances, they had to go out there and do the right thing because the commission didn't.
Yep, and good on them. Absolutely good on them.
Yeah.
We got Justin Cash with a $2 donut saying, investigate UFC next FBI. Yeah, I mean, a couple NBA players, coaches got in trouble. What? That was just last week, right? It wasn't too long ago. They need to investigate this. Appreciate you, Justin. We got Muhammad with the $10 donut saying, what the hell was this event? Tailed the extreme line movement on Yadier. There you go. Here's a little bit of the money. There you go. The corrupt money.
Appreciate you.
It. Corrupt money is better than no money. Got to take advantage. And shout out to Muhammad. He took advantage of it. Let's see what the chat's saying about tonight. And that main event was weird too. Like, I'm not saying Onama threw the fight, but that was what was David Onama doing tonight? His game plan was just to stand there and get his ass beat. I mean, I think Onama threw maybe 3 punches. That looked more fixed than the Dulgarian fight, but just a weird. And did you watch the Dumas fight?
Yeah.
What was Dumas doing?
He put his hand up to tap, and DC goes, "Oh no, he's not trying to tap already." It's like DC was laughing, like he's going to tap. Like,
what is he doing?
His choke wasn't even halfway in,
Dude.
and DC was laughing about him ready to tap on that. I mean,
it was the biggest quit job I've ever. All Jonathan had to do is land a couple shots. I think Johnson made it a lot harder on himself. Dumas was literally trying his best to quit, and as soon as there was a half-assed sub attempt, he went to tap. It wasn't even locked in,
and that looked like another steakhouse bet. It did. I mean, I've never even seen Dante Johnson attempt a submission, and I'm not even sure, Brady, that he attempted a submission today.
Did they credit him with a submission attempt? I don't think that was a submission.
Dumas might have just tapped to exhaustion.
It was, I don't know. Like, what did they even call that submission? It was like a neck crank.
We're gonna call it the Dumas choke, just like the Volante choke.
That was ridiculous. What did they call that choke? They called it a guillotine. I don't know about that.
Is that a guillotine?
I don't think that was a guillotine.
When Bootsy was alive, that looked like Bootsy when he would lay on me when I was on the couch, and you'd be like tapping out because it's a big ass Rottweiler on your neck, Like but as a professional mixed martial artist, you should be able to get out of there. Bootsy wasn't attacking me,
That was bizarre. That was bizarre, man. I mean, this car gave me heartburn, man. Gave me heartburn. We got Cole Stein in the building. He says, appreciate you coming on to address that. I mean, somebody's got to. Somebody's got to come on here and say something. And I feel like a lot of people on Twitter, on X, are saying something as well. I feel like people are kind of getting sick of it a little bit. And yeah, the Nevada State Athletic Commission was definitely at fault tonight. It's like they're making up new rules as they go. It's like every week, Weezy, I swear, I say, This is a UFC first. This is the first time I've seen that in UFC history. And another first tonight. Delia wins by first round knockout. It's a no contest, and he loses by first round knockout, all in the same fight. How's that possible? It's not. It shouldn't be a thing. Like it's a new first. It's another first for the UFC every week.
I mean, if you would have said that to somebody, you'd be like, holy shit, was it like a double knockout in Rocky? You know, like that scene in the first round where they're both down and they're both getting counted out. Like that was Rocky 2, actually. And I mean, that's the only way you would think it, you know, but I'm on the page right now of the boxing.nv.gov. So of course it's a government organization. So like they don't answer to anybody. In other words, you know, it's just like they don't answer to anybody but other governmental organizations. But there is a contact button, and it's 3300 West Sahara Avenue, Suite 450. They have a phone number. They have an email. And I'm thinking of maybe just emailing them and being like, you know, maybe we could get somebody from your organization to come out here and maybe talk us through some of the shit that's happening here and what it is exactly that you fucking people are doing. I know that you're too young to have seen the movie Office Space, but there's like this scene in Office Space where they bring in the consultants. And if you've ever worked at a corporation, you know, when the consultants come in and start interviewing people, it means that somebody's about to get fucking fired, right? And maybe several people are about to get fucking fired, and they're trying to find out what it is that you do every day. And there's this classic scene where this one guy he's so worried about getting fired because he does nothing all day. And like there's the scene where he's in the office with the two consultants, and one of them just asks it, okay, well, tell us what it is that you do here. You know, and that's what I would love to get, you know, like, what is it that you do here? Like, for instance, when a betting line goes from fucking plus 200 to plus 110 in the hour before the fight, does that concern you? Sure. Is that a problem? Do you think that might look like there's an integrity problem in the betting markets that you're in charge of making sure that are supposed to be fair? So what is it that you do here, Brady? You know what? That's what I would love to ask these people.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it that you do here? And if you and I could be the consultants, that we could get in a room with these people without getting murdered, hopefully, without us being found in a set of dumpsters somewhere in Clark County, Nevada, you know, dismembered like some enemies of the Clinton family. You know, like this is getting fucking stupid, Brady. Like, and I would love to be able to talk to these people. And maybe what I'll do is do like a Twitter blog about how me trying to contact the Nevada Athletic Commission and ask them, what is it that you do here?
Yeah, why not? I think it's a good idea. I'd like to know as well. For sure, Fixed. Thank you for the call out. I unfortunately had Isaac initially. Yeah, me and Weezy did both. Luckily, we were able to cash out for a slight loss, but still.
Yeah.
Delvi smoked him. That he did. That he did.
He sure did.
The MGM completely removed the lines for the bout before it took place. Yeah, a couple books did. A couple books completely took the lines off. I saw a couple books took all the props out. Bet Rivers got rid of all the props. I saw DraftKings did as well. So, yeah. And yeah, shout out to Nathan for that. That's some good work there, man. Dulgarian and Kraus on the yacht. So apparently they're saying DraftKings also refunded too.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I cashed out of my bet, so I'm going to lose money on the cash out, but I'm fine with that. You know, like it is what it is. The gambling, that's, you know, we're going to take some losses, Brady. You know, you can't bitch about every loss, but like once it starts looking like they're, you know, fucking with you on purpose, you know, that's when you see need to start asking the questions. Do we really need to be doing this?
Yeah, I mean, the last straw for me was that Nelson for Vola fight. I mean, it almost put me in the hospital. You know, I was watching the fight, and I had the under 2.5. Bet it pretty big. I think it was my biggest bet of the night, and the fight gets stopped, and then I start celebrating the fight. I'm celebrating the win. I leave the room. I come back, and they're like, "This fight's still going on." I'm like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. No, no, no." And I almost have like a panic attack, and then Kyle Nelson hurts for Vola extremely bad in the third round, and then clinches up, and I'm yelling so much profanity at the screen. Kyle Nelson, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, Kyle Nelson? Words I can't even say. And then I left the house without any shoes, and I just went on a long walk. I walked for probably 45 to an hour with no shoes on, just in a state of shock. I was in a state of shock. And that's probably how you felt with the D'Elia fight tonight, because it should have been a no contest. But
yeah, but Brady, I already went through the Magny thing. I saw Jake Matthews tap out Magny. I clapped my hands. I went into the kitchen. I went to help my girlfriend who was making dinner. How can I help? I just cashed a big bet. Tell me what to do, baby. Let's eat tonight. And then I'm walking back and I see that there's fighting going on. And I'm like, wait, what? You know, and then I go back and I see that they're interviewing Neil Magny. And I said, well, what, did he retire? And yeah, and then I'm like, while I'm eating dinner, I'm like, well, what do you mean I didn't cash my 3-leg parlay where the last leg was Matthews inside the distance? You know, what do you mean I lost on the Jake Matthews money or a big inside the distance prop that I had just bet straight too? Oh my God, you know, like it's just keeps happening to us, Brady. You go on a long walk with no shoes. I'm preheating the oven to 450 and taping a sign that says no funeral to my back. And then my girlfriend calls me dramatic.
Yeah, I almost preheated the oven too. It's bad, man. Brady, you aren't going to Vegas for 323. You can go to the Nevada State Athletic Commission's office and confront them directly. I bet they love that.
Yeah, Rocco and legs at the door, you know?
Yeah. Saturday Night Stat Tickers. Yep, special edition. And that's true. We will never speak with anybody. That's true. They don't want to talk to us. And yeah, I was saying that I'm happy. I'm happy to be out of Canada. I'm happy to be out of Brazil. I'm happy to be back in Vegas, where it's still corrupt, but it's not as corrupt. And then this happens tonight. Like, come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Pantoja went from -250 to -80 moments before he fought Asakura. It didn't matter. I mean, but this was by far the worst line movement I've seen since the Minner-Krause fight. There's line movement before the fight, and then there's this before the fight. I mean, Dalvai going from +200 to +115 in a matter of an hour. I mean, that just doesn't happen ever. It hasn't happened since the Minner fight.
And it was the first round prop that was the absolute biggest indicator.
Yeah, because that's Dulgarian's best round. He's a round one machine.
No way you're betting Delvalle to win in round one unless you know something.
Yeah, Onama's more sus than Dulgarian in my opinion. Both threw 2 punches. Yeah, I had the fight won't start round 3. I'm like, Onama, what are you doing? Like, let's fight, buddy. And then he just, I don't know, it was crazy, strange. It was a strange card. I mean, I feel like we're saying that each week though. Yeah, is Croden fighting next week for Vegas 111? No.
That fight was put on that card for about 3 minutes before somebody in the commission must not have realized she just fought 2 weeks ago. You know, you can't just rebook her that quick. I mean, most of these fighters are on suspension for at least 14 days, just after even a win. You know, like a commission will suspend you just so that you can't like be pulling Hamzats, like what they used to do where, like take a fight every 7 days. They don't want you doing that. So yeah, I think they're I think that's going to happen in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
The Croden fight. It's got put on another card.
Okay. So yeah, Dulgarian's at Factory X, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all those guys that were with Krause went to Factory X because not very far from where Glory was, I guess.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what a coincidence. Like that isn't that a crazy coincidence?
Well, I mean, like if you watch a lot of these older fights, Kraus and Mark Montoya used to co-corner a lot of fighters. You'd see them in the same corner, both coaching the same fighter in UFC fights before.
Yeah, it's true. DeMoss tapped before it was even locked in. Yeah, it wasn't even locked in. He raised his hand up to tap right away. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, God.
It should be pretty clear if the fighter turtles up or drops, indicating an illegal strike. The ref immediately stops the fight, and he didn't clearly if they go to the tape. For the D'Elia fight?
Yeah, the D'Elia fight. Yeah, because that was clearly an eye poke. And I was saying when the fight got stopped, I'm like, this is bullshit. D'Elia didn't win that fight. That was a fucking Manel. He pulled a Manel cop there. And sure enough, you know, like of course it was an eye poke, but that once you call the fight off, it's a no contest.
Yeah, they brought everybody in. I mean, it should have been a no contest.
It was an eye poke. Run it back. 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Like we've that hasn't happened in UFC history. Like everybody comes in to the cage, the fight's over, they're bringing the stools.
Yeah,
the fight's over. Oh, never mind. Like that's never happened before, ever, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember when Greg Hardy took a hit off of an inhaler?
Yeah,
and it became a no contest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that's not a performance enhancer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're stopping fights for a fucking inhaler, but you can start a fight back up after somebody sits on a stool for 6 minutes. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's just so crazy.
Thank God you guys went live. Am I in bizarro world? WTF just happened? I don't know, man. A lot of corruption, a lot of crookedness, and I'm hoping we get some answers, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. Minner fight was in November 5th, 2022.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years. It feels like it's so much longer than that.
I could deal with fighters fixing fights once every 3 years, Brady. It's the commission fixing a fight every week that's really pissing me off.
Yeah. Yep. Frivola going the distance gave me an autoimmune disease. I'm right there with you. I got something as well out of that. Let's see. DraftKings. So DraftKings hasn't refunded. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see there. Cucked by the Magniverse. Yeah.
I really did. Yeah.
I got piped and milked tonight. The Nelson fight not being called is like some reality bending shit. Absolutely egregious. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, Dan Miragliotta's the only person on planet Earth that thought that'd be a good idea to stop the fight and restart it. Just ridiculous.
And what's everybody's job that's sitting cage side there?
Exactly. Like, what are they got to do something about it, but
like, what are they doing? How did they let that fight get started back up? You know, like nobody was able to pull aside Dan and be like, hey, Dan, you know, you clearly have dementia or something. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, you don't know what's going on. So we're going to stop the fight now.
Yep. And this is a concern. Remember when the James Krause Minner situation happened? I think parts of Canada actually banned UFC betting for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they don't like it when fighters fucking fix fights. Only when commissions do it.
Yeah. So we could see something crazy like that happen. I don't know. Dalvai is really good, though. I don't think that was rigged. I'm not saying he's not good. He's a good fighter, but I mean, look at the line. Look at the money line. Look at the round one line. I mean, you say he's good all you want, but you can't go from plus 210 to a pick 'em in the span of an hour. That's not how it works. That doesn't happen. Dulgarian better show a severe injury tomorrow. He probably get hit by a car or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Better not. If he's hurt, he better keep it to himself, man. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, if I were Isaac Dulgarian, I wouldn't say a fucking word. Not a word for months. I wouldn't open my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now, man. This guy better keep his mouth shut. He should be as hard to talk to as the Nevada Boxing Commission.
Right.
Because anything that he says from this point out is just going to get him into even bigger trouble. And he's in enough trouble already.
Yeah, a lot of people are pretty upset with Dulgarian, rightfully. I wonder if we'll see Dulgarian ever in the UFC again. I don't think we will. That's my prediction.
Was that his third or fourth fight?
And that was the last fight on the contract. It's gonna be hard to renegotiate a contract after that.
He's probably done, dude.
Yeah, what a waste. First Jeff Molina, but Dulgarian especially. I had high hopes for Dulgarian. I really did.
Well, I think he's gonna fucking probably be FAC champion, my friend.
Yeah.
I think that belt's gonna be his.
There you go. He's gonna be a champion in a different organization. Did Norma Dumont win the fight? I scored it 29-28 Vieira, but I guess it all came down to the second round and how you scored the second round. Dumont did the better work the first half. Vieira was on top for the second half. It was a close fight, I suppose. How much money do you think was bet by one person to move the line? I think a lot of people were betting it because a lot of people found out about it. Like we found out about an hour or so before the fight took place.
People were saying like, hey, I'm hearing stuff from people that are working at casinos that are saying we're pulling the fucking lines. Something is shady here.
Yeah,
we're seeing a volume of bets on a boutique prop that we never see.
Yep, that's what people are saying. A lot of sports books were getting flagged because people were pouring a unusual amount on a round one prop an hour prior to the fight. Stylistically, just a bad matchup for Dalvai, and all of a sudden, Dulgarian forgot how to shoot a double leg, and Dalvai has elite takedown. That's what I told Weez. I'm like, okay, you know how I know it's rigged? Dalvai stuffed a takedown. I've never seen a takedown.
He's never done that.
He's never stuffed. He's jumping guillotine. He's letting people take him down, and all of a sudden, he's stuffing takedowns from Isaac Dulgarian. Come on now. Yeah, the two red flags are the late line movement and the round one where he shoots a horrible takedown and gets finished when he's a fast starter. Yeah, absolutely. He went on a podcast this week and said that fighters should be paid a percentage of the money betted on him. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Dulgarian has already fled to international waters on the Michelle Pereira crypto yacht. Yeah, I bet they're with each other right now, hanging out.
God.
I guess Themba Garimba was the one that bet heavy on Dulgarian. He's going to federal prison.
Oh God!
I hope somebody goes to prison, man. Pouring a lot of money on a plus 800, unusual amount of money pouring in an hour before the fight on a plus 800. Really specific, really weird, specific prop. Because if you told me Dalvai won the fight, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he's a good fighter. If you told me Dalvai won the fight by finish, I'd be like, okay, probably later in the fight when Dulgarian slowed down, right? But if you told me Dalvai ran right through Isaac Dulgarian, submit him in the first round, I would have called you crazy. Like that. It just makes no sense.
It would have been so much more believable if he had just shot a takedown and shot into a guillotine and gotten finished like Aguilar finished Stuart Nickel, right?
Yeah.
That would have been believable. You know, because Del Valle does have a good guillotine. But they chose to make it look like Dulgarian wasn't able to take down Yadier Del Valle. You know, that would be like Vanessa Demopoulos going out there and stuffing takedowns from Kayla Harrison. Like, just digging under hooks, just fucking ragdolling her. You know, like, holy shit, Vanessa's looking like Jose Aldo out there. You know, I mean, like, it's just not going to happen, you know?
Yeah. It's not going to happen. Shout out to Dumas. Covered those lawyer fees. There you go. Hopefully we see Dumas back in there. I think Dulgarian just got his ass beat. That's not the point. That's not the point we're trying to say, though. Yes, he got beat, but it was a fixed fight. There's a guy, Jorno, named Harry Mack, claiming the FBI contacted the UFC hours before the fight about the abnormal line movement, and the UFC let it proceed anyway. Oh, a journalist.
Interesting. It's a rumor, so we can't really know for sure. But
well, who's Harry Mack? Let's see if we can find him. Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
Never heard of a Harry Mack.
I've heard of a hairy sack. Not
Harry Mack. There's a rapper named Harry Mack.
Oh, hell yeah. He's
I
an
don't know about
American rapper.
I don't know about a journalist though.
Yeah, I don't see anything journal.
Yeah, let me know, MMA Racks, if you can give me any information on that. We're both
M-A-C-K.
Yeah.
M-A-C-K, Harry Mack.
Oh, M-A-C-K?
Oh, no. That's the rapper. God
the
damn
rapper.
it.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good rapper. I like him. I like Harry Mack.
Okay, I
He
never
does-
heard of him before.
He does mostly freestyles and
Okay.
yeah, just really, really good freestyle bets. Are they going to void the Ante Delia bets? No.
No, I don't think so because
I don't believe so.
BB Harry Mack is the handle. Okay, Piezo just said on Twitter.
Gotcha. There he is. MMA in general, buffoonery, fight biz, and sometimes media when I feel like it.
Okay.
I could pull up the tweet right here on the screen for y'all. Very important tidbit here. The FBI notified the UFC of the abnormal action and line movement and gave them hours to pull the fight. They chose to continue, and from my perspective, are now complicit in fixing a fight.
Yeah, and the commission. It's got to be the commission because the one thing that Dana White could always do is say, "Hey, I can't pull the fight," because he couldn't. It's the commission's job.
Wow. We'll have
He's
an
the
update.
president of the UFC, but the fucking commission is the president of the. Like they're the ones who are in charge of making all the decisions in there. Like Dan Murgliata, he's not a UFC employee. He's an employee of the fucking state government commission, which is in charge of regulating this.
Yeah. We don't know if Harry Mack's legit or not. I've never heard of him, but he does say we'll have an update on the backstage post-show fallout tomorrow morning. Lot of chickens without heads running around the apex at the moment. Shit's going to get real ugly.
And they're asking him what his source is, and he's saying, I just can't give up the source, so let's see.
He can absolutely confirm the UFC was notified by the FBI when the initial abnormal action came in at the Hard Rock. Wow.
And as far as I know, Brady, it was those big bets that came in on the Hard Rock that started the domino effect. People there started saying, hey, we're seeing big bets here, and it started getting around to some of the people in the community.
Yep.
So if he's talking about the Hard Rock bets, those were the first ones that were coming in at plus 850 on Del Valle round 1.
Yep. Oh, wow. I got promoted to a first-degree black belt on Tapology.
Congratulations. I got mine a little bit ago. I'm like 10% into getting my second-degree black belt on Tapology. Nice. We've been doing this for a minute, Brady.
Yeah, I think like 6 years. I've been on doing it longer, but I got on Tapology, I think in like 2020, something like that.
Yeah, I love that website. What phenomenal work they do.
Yep. Tyler and Rax, I got the tweet there from you guys. Yeah, it's crazy. Gotcha. The Waldo Cortez-Acosta versus Ante Delia fight was clearly concluded with Delia declared the winner before the referee made the highly unusual decision to restart the fight. And yeah, I mean, I think would have been okay with like a no contest, like eye poke. The fight was, stopped. Everybody came in the cage. It was over. I think a no contest would have made just a ton of sense. FBI doesn't even notify anyone. Holy shit, you are all retarded, aren't you? Vegas has third-party companies that monitor action. Hey, don't yell at me. Go yell at Harry Mack, man.
Oh, he didn't call us retarded. He called us regarded.
Oh.
So he did. Yeah. He just.
Yes.
We're good.
Okay, we're not retarded. Okay, we're regarded. Okay, good. That makes it a lot better. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Crystal. 4th degree. There you go. Heck yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Congrats, man. Wells was such a good dog. I wish he would have got the KO. Yeah, I had the Wells finish only. A nice push there. Y'all are well regarded. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
DXJC.
Brady, come on the big brain 1 week. Okay, how about I comment on the big brain for UFC 322 or UFC 323? How about we do that, Big Steve? It'd be fun. I just tuned in. What's the consensus? Was that fight fixed or what? That was ridiculous. My opinion is yes, it was fixed. It was a fixed fight. There's no other way around it. It was 110% a fixed fight.
And it was, the line movement is really, and when the line movement was correct, it's one thing if there's big line movement, but when the line movement is like proven correct, and then you see somebody that's a dominant wrestler get out wrestled by a jiu-jitsu guy, that's how you know that it was probably a fixed fight. So, I mean, do we have any evidence it was fixed? Nothing like that you could bring to court, but like as gamblers, we're not stupid. When we see this kind of line movement, we know that something's wrong.
I mean, the proof's right here on the screen. Dalvai round 1 went from plus 850 to plus 475 in the span of an hour.
Yeah, and Brady, I remember when the Minner fight happened, we did best bet before the fucking fight started, and that was the first fight of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Minner Nurdenbecker was the first fight of the night. We were on 1 hour before the fight start, and what did we all say? We all said, I don't know what's going on with Derek Minner, but these lines are getting smashed, and he is probably hurt, and somebody knows it. And we all knew that Krause was betting at that point. He wasn't shy about telling people that, and we all knew who he was coached by. So when he went out there and started throwing kicks, on one leg when people knew that he was already hurt, it became very, very clear. And I mean, like, it's going to be hard. I mean, like, imagine if it wasn't fixed. That's the thing. Dulgarian's going to prison anyway because you couldn't fucking convince a jury that wasn't fixed.
Yeah.
That was just sharp line movement, really? People all of a sudden figured out, like, 1 hour before the fight that, it turns out Dalvai can wrestle.
He has elite takedown defense now. He improved it quite a bit. I mean, go watch Dalvai. Go watch all of his fights. He's getting taken down. Every single fight. Can't stuff a take, but now he can. Now he all of a sudden can stuff a takedown. Come on. Against Dulgarian, one of the best wrestlers in the division. Come on.
Against that guy.
Like, how do you... No, it just doesn't make sense. So obviously fixed the way he didn't defend the rear naked choke. We love Brady and Wheezy. Sounds good, Big Steve. When I heard the line move so hard, I had to jump in for the plus money. There you go. Smart man. I thought he must have been sick or injured. Yeah. Brady, did you like that Dumas area? I did. I liked it. Once he did that, I knew he was getting his ass beat. Like he was coming out all happy, going, yeah. Like, wipe that smile off your face, Dumas. Oh, I knew for a fact he was about to get whooped. What did he do? What are you so happy about, man? I don't know. I didn't get that. Yeah, so DC was criticizing Dulgarian mid-fight. He seemed like he might have known something. Dulgarian kept bringing him punching when the choke, instead of fighting the hands like who did it? Somebody fought the hand. Frunza fought the hands really well today in that first round against Raki. Yeah, Frunza is a white belt. Fought the hands really well, but Dulgarian was punching instead of fighting the hands. Wheezy, I'm coincidence theorist. I guess people must be brain dead not knowing that was thrown. Guy's got relations with Krause and has been on camera mentioning fighters not making enough. And yep, Dulgarian was on camera this week mentioning that he should get a little bit of earnings from the betting community, which is complete bullcrap. Yeah. So apparently, Dalvai was a 4-time Cuban national champion in wrestling. We just found it. Wish I would have knew that before the fight kicked off.
Damn it, man. I would have been heavy on Del Valle at plus 200. Oh, he's the better striker. God damn it. Narco Cop. Where was that information a few days ago? God damn it.
Wish you would have saw it, man. I didn't see it in the tape, but
yeah.
This guy's getting taken down by everyone, man. I can give Dumas one more chance. I say give Dumas one more chance. Did you guys see the ESPN tweet that typoed Dulgarian got the job done? They took it down, but screenshot. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They were like, Isaac Dulgarian got the job done, and they took it down. Yep, definitely saw that. Able to laugh about it now. Yeah, I want to go back and watch that. I've been meaning to watch that in the post fight show that they do with Chiesa. Forget who else does it, but apparently they were talking about that fight and stuff. And so I want to go listen to that after we get off of here. But apparently, so Chiesa was ripping Dulgarian's ass, saying he doesn't deserve to be in the UFC with that performance. Good. Yeah, good. I can't wait to hear about what they had to say about that fight. I can't wait to hear what they had to say about the D'Elia fight as well. I'm going to go watch that after we get off of here. That was so funny. Dumas with my new favorite walk. It was a fun walkout. A very fun walkout. Do you think Onama will ever wear that blue suit again? I didn't see the blue suit. I didn't see
it either, dude. Oh God, a blue suit.
And by the way, Weezy, it's crazy, but on a UFC Vegas 110 recap, Stat Diggers, we have a new Stat Diggers record. We have 900 people watching right now.
Dude, I was telling I told my girlfriend, I'm like, honey, Brady and I are going live. She goes, why? Like, nobody's gonna watch. I'm like, honey, you have no idea what just happened. Like people want to talk about this. This is, these are gamblers. These are people that have just been done wrong by this commission. And I would love to be able to have the opportunity to ask these people some questions. Because we deserve answers at this point. Do we not deserve answers?
We do. But I just remembered something.
Huh.
In the Dumas fight. He did 2 grounded rolling thunders. In the first grounded rolling thunder in UFC history. Shout out to S2 Dumas. I was laughing my ass off. Why are you doing a rolling? And he did it twice on the ground. He
was loose in there, Brady. He was loose. He was feeling himself. Until he got Dumas choked and then tapped.
That was the worst choke since that Volante choke, I think. Oh, it was so bad, man. Dulgarian got the job done.
He sure did.
How many people on the planet can stuff Isaac Dulgarian takedown early in round 1? Not many. I know not many, especially in the featherweight division. I think most of the featherweight division isn't stopping a Dulgarian takedown in round 1 in the first minute. No. Yep, Dumas fight week. It's not over yet. Oh, gosh. What time is it for you guys? Isn't it late? It's 1 a.m. for me and 12 a.m. for Wheezy.
Yeah.
We want that Dumas. We got to get Dumas on the show too. I want to interview him about that roll. I think the most weird thing that happened tonight was probably that grounded rolling thunder. I think that's more weird than the line movement in the D'Elia fight. A grounded rolling thunder, I think, should raise some suspicion. We got to get the FBI. I think Dumas might get arrested again after that grounded rolling thunder. And it has to be against the law.
Dude, Talita Alencar dropped Ariane Carnelossi in the second round of their fight, and I was like, holy shit, what is going to happen today? It just kind of, and then Suk-Ho Kyo put on a masterclass, looked like Jordan Burroughs out there. I don't think Rowe knew he was going to wrestle. He didn't even come close to stuffing any of those takedowns. It was such a pathetic effort. I mean, good job on Ko, and good job on the Ko bettors, by the way. I mean, congratulations. You made maybe the most sweat-free bet that I've ever seen. I mean, your boy didn't even get touched out there. Phil Rowe definitely needs some help. Whoever thought it was a good idea to give Montserrat Conejo another fucking fight, needs some help. Cedricus Dumas can get some help. I thought Timmy Kawamba looked good. That was a great performance. Billy Alicana got the job done. I thought Cody was looking pretty good up against Nascimento until he got caught with something. And then once Nascimento is on your neck, it's over. So, but Charles Radke, clean clinical performance. Dulgarian threw a fight. Wells Garimbo, I was nowhere near it. Delia Cortez-Acosta was a shit show. And then I don't even like. Congratulations to Steve Garcia, though. Great performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he
did
had
exactly what he needed to do. Yep.
Yeah, dude, he had Onama so confused out there that he forgot to even throw a strike. That's how good, Garcia was out there. He just completely confused him.
Confused is definitely a word that could describe. It was just a weird performance from Onama for sure. This is bad enough that we are all on a live stream to discuss. Yes, absolutely. You called the Nascimento fight, bang on Brady sub round 2. There you go. I also called the Racky sub. There you go. I also called the Racky
decision. I needed 30 more damn seconds.
I called Racky sub 1, and I was about to flip my shit if Racky didn't sub that guy. And then he finally subbed him in the 3rd round. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I think Steve Garcia versus Zalal would be a banger of a fight. Be an absolute banger of a fight.
Factory X's very own Yusuf Zalal.
Oh boy. No. Oh dude. Yeah, I almost died laughing too. He did land that grounded rolling thunder.
He did land one of them. I remember that.
Dumas deserves a lifetime. He deserves a lifetime sentence for all this stuff. I mean, this guy should be behind bars, but no, I mean,
UFC should do a prison UFC. That would be badass, dude. You could let like really bad, horrible criminals be like, "Hey, man, you become champion. You're fucking free out on the streets." Those would be fun fights to watch, man.
That would be.
I know, to watch.
D-Rob would be the welterweight champion. Dumas would be the middleweight champion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
dude. We could get Hussein Ashkabov in there as bantamweight champion. Those Chechen prisons are tough, my friend.
Yeah, you got to be tough to be in a Chechen prison. Or any prison, really.
Yeah.
Dumas put the grounded rolling thunder on the map tonight, revolutionized the sport with it. We're going to see more. We've been seeing more and more leg kicks, the past half decade. And we're going to see some more
back elbows.
Yeah, some more
grounded rolling thunders and more Volante chokes and Dumas chokes.
Is it daylight savings for real?
I hope not. I
hope that would just ruin my day because I got to wake up early tomorrow. I have to go help my brother move. And if we lose an hour, I might be a little pissed off.
Well, no, I think we gain an hour.
Right? We gain an hour.
Don't they set the clocks back in the fall? Fall back, spring forward, I think. But still, then what happens is it starts getting dark at like 4 p.m. I hate that.
Weird. So when is this daylight? When is this savings going to kick in? Does it kick in at a certain time? I don't know anything about this shit.
I hate daylight.
Yeah,
screw that.
Yeah. Did Dalvai get performance of the night? I'm not sure who got it tonight.
Can you imagine how tone deaf that would be?
Oh my gosh!
By the UFC to fucking give Dalvai a performance bonus.
Listen to this. Listen who got one. Steve Garcia.
Okay, perfect. That's fine.
Alon Nascimento.
Okay.
Dante Johnson. And you guessed it, Waldo Cortez-Acosta.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Crazy. Let's stop saying injury, and injury is not moving the line that much the day of. Too risky. Injured fighters can still win. That's true.
That's right.
That's true. That's very true.
Like Dulgarian on one leg could have out-wrestled that dude.
With no legs, could have out-wrestled him. So yeah, it's crazy, man. UFC Fight Night, Cops versus Robbers, featuring we got to get Trevin Giles versus Dumas. That'd be a good fight. That'd be fun. That'd be the
185er. Yeah,
that'd be the most boring fight in UFC. They both wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's
an awful fight. We got Andre Fiallo in the building, former UFC fighter. What is up? Onama fought weird. Yeah, he didn't fight in general. We gained, and there we go. There we go. Now we're gained. There we go. Better than losing an hour. I just hate losing an hour, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to wake up early. Because Anama always looked like a zombie. Didn't look like he wanted to be there. Maybe it was, I don't know. It was just weird. He didn't defend the choke, talking about the Dulgarian fight. I like them over punishing the cheating lately. Yeah, you should be over punishing cheating. Absolutely. Derek Lewis versus Dawkins 2.
Oh God, no way.
No way. We're bringing back Chris Dawkins. Let's do it. That Waldo bonus is UFC shade throwing you shade at Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that because that's just, I mean, that fight was a no contest any way you slice it. If you're following the rules that the commission itself sets forward.
Yeah, that should have been a no contest. The Jake Matthews Neil Magny fight should have been a no contest. Even the Holland Malott fight should have been a no contest. The doctor said Holland can't defend himself, and Dan Mergliotta's like, "All right, let's go, Kevin. Can you fight?" Silence. All right, let's go. Come on, Dan. We got the Hood Wolf in the building saying, "Do I bother contacting customer service on my bookie to get my money back?" I don't know. Some books might, some books might not. I don't know. I know William Hill did, but I don't know, man. I had a $50 parlay on a plus 1,500. Only loss was Dulgarian. I might complain for a void. I got a bunch of DMs with tickets with that's the only leg that didn't hit. It's sickening.
Oh my God.
I'm in the same boat. Do I complain for a void? I mean, I don't know. Dumas versus Rizabov was a TKO.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was an eye poke too.
Yep. I thought he was clowning Aspinall a little bit. Who?
Probably Dana White for giving fucking Waldo a bonus for that. Because he fought through fought through the eye poke is what he's saying.
Yeah. Dana hates Aspinall. I mean, Dana does not like Aspinall, it seems like. And I agree with this. Give me Ariana Carnelosi against Felro. I'm taking Ariane.
She got that low center of gravity. She could probably get takedowns.
Yep. Oh, gosh. Watch the Onama fight closely. Right before the fight begins, he's shooting the desperation takedown that needed to come sooner. His legs never get out under him. He remembered halfway through to sprawl. The Onama fight. You saying the Onama fight was rigged? I don't think the Onama fight was rigged. I just think he came out there with the worst game imagined. Like his game plan, his game plan was to just stand there and get his ass beat, I think. Which is very bizarre. But yeah. So what now? So since we're all here, are we going to break down the Bonfim versus Brown card? I don't know what Weezy has planned. I already watched a movie with the wife. We watched The Purge. Have you seen The Purge?
I have never seen that
You
one.
haven't seen The Purge? They have 5 of them. You haven't seen one of them?
Dude, I know. It's just kind of, I just never got around to watching that one, and it seemed like it might be kind of dumb, but was it any good?
Oh, I love The Purge. They go out and they kill each other.
Yeah. There's a Rick and Morty episode where it's like a planetary purge, and they wind up on a planet that is having Purge Day. It's a pretty good episode. So like that's the only Purge experience that I have is Rick and Morty Purge.
I think I've seen Rick and Morty a couple times.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I've heard it's funny, but yeah, I don't know. We'll probably come back on Monday to break down the Vegas 111. Like but just wanted to come on here tonight just to talk about what transpired tonight. But yeah, next week should be fun. We got the return of Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell's retired 3 times already.
Yeah.
We got the return of Taco Padilla. Oh, we got Muslim Salikov.
Yes.
41 and a half years old, still going. We got Marco Tulio Silva versus Christian. I know you're a big Christian Leroy Duncan fan.
Yeah, he got a nice knockout last time. He's always trying some crazy spinning shit, looking for a highlight reel knockout.
Hyder Emil, Bueno Silva, and this next week's. Oh, you got Robert Valentin, your buddy Valentin, on the card.
Like, I know that they're trolling me with that one because I had a bet on Robert Valentin to beat fucking Ateba Gautier, and I had a bet on Jackson McVeigh to beat fucking Ferrero. When I saw that fight, I remember I was just like, "Oh, Wheezy." They fucking put two of your worst bets this year, and then they're facing them up against each other. I mean, when I saw that, I almost puked. I mean,
what a shit show! I can't even think about breaking down fights. I need like a day.
Yeah, me too, dude.
I just need a day to process the shenanigans and stuff. But all right, we'll go about another 9 minutes, and then we'll head out of here, guys. Any final thoughts or questions from the chat? We'll pull them up. I'm gonna close the poll. I asked who needs to get help. 85% say Isaac Dulgarian.
What was the other option?
NA. So 85% are saying Isaac Dulgarian needs some help, and I would tend to agree.
Yeah, man. Me too.
But you could also say, like, I don't know, like a couple people needed help. This card, like Phil Rowe needs to work on his takedown defense. Montserrat Ruiz probably needs some help. Cedricus Dumas needs all the help in the world. Kevin Christian needs some help. Dulgarian. Onama needs some help. Yeah, I think a lot of people need help tonight, but especially Isaac Dulgarian. So I'm the first one that will accuse the UFC and Dana of cheating, but I don't think the Dalvai fight was fixed. Yes, late line movement, but the line was wrong. No, you can't say it. If the line was wrong, Dalvai would have went from plus 210 to plus 140, plus 130, plus 120, plus 110 earlier in the week. If it was so wrong, it would have moved already, not 30 minutes to an hour before the fight.
Yeah, like anybody that was thinking of betting this, Del Valle probably would have done it after round one. They're not going to fucking load up Del Valle round one pre-flop with that kind of a matchup. There's no way. I have no problem with somebody saying, hey, there was a lot of good reasons to bet Yadier Del Valle after round one if he survives.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, come on, man. There's no way. There's no way that you're betting that dude pre-flop unless you have inside information. Not at fucking plus 110 where it closed. Oh. You would have had to be out of your mind. And if somebody told me that their favorite bet of the week on Tuesday was Yadier Del Valle round one, I would have been like, dude, you need to go see a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
Because you have completely lost your fucking mind. So the fact that was the prop that got hit and then it wound up being correct, come on, man. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
You got that right. That's a good quote there. I like that. If big money came in on Dalvai's money line, that's one thing. Yeah, I mean that's one thing, right? Yeah. But when round one specifically gets steamed, something's up.
Yeah.
Something's up. Just walked past my local MMA gym and they were drilling grounded rolling thunder. What did I miss? Oh, God.
It's a new meta.
I love that. Just double checked. All of my bets on Dulgarian parlays were through FanDuel, DK, and BetMGM. None have refunded. I wonder if some books will. Some books obviously won't, but I think some books will. Josh Hokett told me he is personally deporting Christian Quinones if he loses this weekend. He probably did say something like that, Josh Hokett. And by the way,
he already lives in Mexico, though. So where would they deport him to?
Yeah, that's a stupid. By the way, Josh Hokett's fighting a guy that's not even an MMA fighter.
Yeah, he's a
grappler.
He's a BJJ player, who's fought everybody. If you look at his Tapology page,
everybody.
he's got 100 fights. and they're all against the top grapplers. So yeah, they're bringing in a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy to fight Josh. So it's gonna be
Crazy. Yeah, I taped that fight. There was no tape, by the way.
Oh,
on
there's no
him.
tape on. Yeah, because it's all in Shogun fights, and it's
Yeah.
it's one of those organizations that's fake, pretty much. So
He's fighting like fake, like horrible fighters. But I was able to watch some of his grappling matches, I guess. But yeah, weird fight there. Love the Purge horn sound. Me too. The Purge is giving Brady inspiration for how to deal with the athletic commission. No. What's up, Moise? Good to see you. Moise, what are your thoughts on what happened tonight? And any thoughts? And by the way, we see a new Stat Diggers record. We just hit 1,000 live viewers.
oh my god, wow, amazing.
That's
I knew we
crazy.
had to go live tonight. I mean, somebody had to talk about this stuff.
Maybe we should move Stat Diggers to Saturday night.
Saturday nights.
There we go.
And we'll just fucking be pissed off about the previous day's betting. Yeah, sounds awesome.
Just go an hour and a half. This is the new Stat Diggers. Just go an hour and a half about what the heck just happened. Chris Tione gets some help. Yeah, Tione let poor Kevin Christian go out cold. He tapped like 6 times. That was pretty bad. Tisha versus
his arm was trapped though, so I could kind of see how Chris didn't see it, but that thing was so sunk in, and yeah, poor Christian. He just wanted out of there, man.
200 watching, 200 votes, only 94 likes. Math isn't mathing. Yeah, we almost got 100 likes. Gee, we've been struggling to hit that on the Monday show. Yeah, 97 likes. There we go.
There we go. Nice.
You know who else is a Factory X fighter? Cody, no contest, Brundage. Such a slimy gem. Yeah. And what was the gym? Where does Danny Ige train? Factory X or?
No, he's a
Extreme Couture?
Extreme Couture guy, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I dated a girl with better takedown defense. Holy moly.
Phil Rowe.
Gosh. Come on, dude. Massive line drop, day of, on money line, and all on Dalvi, round 1 props. Yeah.
Yep.
Can't be ignored.
Yeah. It's clear as day.
I thought if it walked and quacked like a duck, it was John Jones. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. See, my grandma used to say that, not about John Jones. She died long before John Jones was, ever anything. But yeah, like that's probably makes more sense in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, hit the like. We appreciate it, man. Do you think that a grounded Rolling Thunder would have knocked out Co? Yeah, Phil Rowe should have tried that. That would have been better than what he did, just laying on the ground, man.
Yeah.
I don't have any songs for tonight. No songs for tonight. Early read on the Valentine fight. I think they both kind of stink. It's gonna be a shit show.
I'm gonna probably be in a tub crying while that fight happens, just remembering, telling people, I think Valentine's got a chance against Gauthier. No, he didn't. Oh God, I can always hang my hat that it was plus 400 though.
Yeah, at least you're not laying like minus 400. That's the worst feeling when you lay a big chalk on a fighter and they lose.
Yeah.
How are we not talking about the Kellen Vieira losing as a she was minus 8,500 live when the fight ended.
Somehow that was the least egregious thing that happened today. Like poor Ketlin Vieira, all of her bitching is going to be on deaf ears because she was like only the 5th worst fighter that got fucked today.
I was watching that. I had no money on the fight. I could care less about the fight, but I was watching it. And I scored it for Vieira pretty clearly, 29-28. But I had a funny feeling that she was about to get potentially robbed there. But yeah third round,
more marketable fighter.
Oh, 1,000%. That big ass she's got on her.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, I don't think it's like an egregious robbery. Like you give Ketlin round 1, you give Dumont round 3. It comes down to round 2. Dumont was looking good first half of round 2. Ketlin laid on her the second half of the round. I don't completely hate the decision, but I did disagree with it. That was the biggest rig of the night for real. The biggest rig of the night was the Dulgarian fight. So, all right, we're about an hour and a half in. Gonna kick it around to the rest of the panel. We're gonna get our final thoughts on what transpired. If you wanted to talk about any other fights, if you wanted to talk about, just give a recap of what the heck happened.
I mean, me?
Yeah, I mean, you're the only person on the panel.
Yeah, I guess it is a 2-person panel. So yeah, I mean, like, I had a 3-unit bet on Dulgarian. I had a 2-unit bet on Delia. I had a 1-unit parlay with the over 2.5 for Delia. I had a 1-unit bet on Delia by decision. So, I'm on a losing streak, Brady. It's been a brutal losing streak, and it seems like every week I'm running head first into whatever the trap line is, whatever the fixed fight is. I'm on the wrong side of it. So it's getting extremely frustrating. And, we do so much work every week researching these fights, watching tape. I do these long fight write-ups, looking at all the angles and looking at my betting models and stuff. And then you see a commission that just clearly doesn't fucking care about the integrity of the betting community. And by doing that, it makes it look like they're complicit. Because like if you're just going to willingly not do your job and then pretend like there's no problem and then there's no accountability. Like I said, I mean, I think that you were laughing pretty hard when I was saying, what do you think they would say if we were like, hey, we want to interview some of you guys because we kind of feel like, as gamblers on this sport, we need some fucking answers about what it is that you guys, what's your job? Yeah. What are you doing? Like I had so many people like tagging Kash Patel and the FBI on that tweet that I'm like, what do you think they're going to do?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Donald Trump sitting fucking cage side for every fucking pay-per-view. You think the fucking Trump's FBI is going to come in here and clean up the sport all of a sudden? They're fucking in on it. Not the FBI, but the commission is in on it, and the FBI is not going to fucking investigate them. They'll probably try to fucking ruin Dulgarian's life for what looks like he threw a fight, but the corruption that was endemic in so many of these other fights getting restarted after they were stopped, and when that an adrenaline dump is a real thing for an athlete, especially in this sport, like even a football game, Brady. Like a lot of times you'll see a rain delay in a football game, and then these guys will come back, and then there'll be no scoring for the rest of the game. Everybody will just be dead. Everybody adrenaline dumps. Once you have to take a break when you don't think you're supposed to be taking a break, or once they already tell you that the fucking game is over, and then now you got to go back out there and play again, it's not fair.
Yeah, I hated that when I played. If there's a big delay, it's like you don't feel like playing anymore.
Yeah, right? I mean, like, that's the thing. You're not supposed to wait for that kind of shit. And that's why you don't have those kind of long breaks in sports, but like there's no rain delays in the UFC though, but they're creating some other kind of delays, and it's really frustrating, because we do our best every week, and it just seems like every week they're coming up with some new way to fuck gamblers out of money, and I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, this last month has been crazy with just stopping fights and recontinuing the fights. And then for that to happen again tonight, it's like, when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop?
I mean, like, I went numb when they started up the Acosta fight again. I was just like, because it was right after, the Dulgarian thing. And then we watched that shit Wells Garimbo fight. That was on a fucking main card. 39-year-old on a 20-month layoff and fighting Temba Garimbo.
Oh,
God. That was on the main card. And, it's a bit of a joke. Onama didn't look like he was trying. The fucking Acosta Delia fight was a shit show. The Dulgarian Del Valle fight was a shit show. The Wells Garimbo fight sucked. This is the product they're giving us right now. And they're not, and like one of the only reasons that a lot of people continue to watch it is because they're fucking degenerate gamblers like you and me, Brady. Yeah. But now you're not even giving those people much of a reason to watch anymore. So they better fucking do something about this. They better at least pretend to start fucking caring about this.
Yeah, I'm interested because I think they will. I truly think they will. Typically you won't see like judges being held accountable, nothing like that. But I think so many people are talking about it. It's such a big thing, and I think it's going to be a huge thing. I think they're going to be forced to say something about it, potentially do something about it. Because, like I said, this is the biggest, just most blatant fight fixing since the Minner Nurdenbeke fight. We haven't seen anything like it since then. anything like it. Not even close.
Yeah, and you can tell when the wise guys fix a fight because wise guys know how to keep their damn mouths shut.
Yeah.
You know, the non-wise guys, they go and they tell everybody, oh, yeah, this person's going to lose in round one. And everybody dumps their whole bankroll on it. You know, it's you can always tell like the non-criminals, you know, when they're making money, they look like criminals because they don't know how to hide it. You know, the wise guys that are running the commissions, they know how to take what the market gives you, you know, take a little bit, not too much. You don't want to get people talking, you know. But like we're talking because they're doing it out in the wide open. You know, this is what happens when governments turn into criminals, because people in government are idiots.
Yeah,
criminals are actually fucking smart because they realize that like, hey, playing by the rules is for suckers. I'm going to shortcut the system. It's like the guy grabbing the fence to get up. It's not legal. It's cheating, but it helps, you know? So like the criminals they're the smart ones who are like, hey, we do need to keep our mouths shut. You know, when we're fixing something, we keep it in this little circle. And if we find out one of you is talking about it, maybe you're going to be found in a dumpster somewhere, you know, but like these other guys, they don't know how to do it. Whoever fixed this fight, these guys, this is their first time doing it because they told everybody.
They did. You can't just pour, hundreds of dollars onto a round one prop and not expect to get flagged for it. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, Big Norm is such a babe. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good fight. Shevchenko versus Zhang Wei Li at flyweight. We're gonna see if the size is too much for Zhang, but Zhang was insane at strawweight. Nobody was anywhere near her level.
Yeah.
FanDuel basically told me to go kick rocks. Yeah. Brandon Weezy early pick for Val versus Whaley. Whaley all day. A little two-man pan. Yep, two-man pan. There we go. Cortez-Acosta saved your night. Yeah, I bet it feels good, making money off of corruption and mistakes. But typically for me, it always goes against me. Like I'm surprised I didn't have money on the Costa D'Elia fight. I'm shocked I didn't actually.
I'm glad you didn't. You didn't need it.
Nobody deserves that. Nobody.
Yeah, man. You got like I remember that Radke not getting that first round submission could have cost you a ton of money.
It would have been a 10-unit swing if Radke didn't get that sub.
Oh my god.
We got Narrative Nation saying, weird, sad thing is Isaac is only 29 years old with a much higher ceiling than Derek Minner. Oh, by far. Or Jeff Molina. Now he probably joins them on the banned list. Yeah, it's sad. It really is truly sad because I had the highest. I know a lot of people had the highest of hopes for Isaac Dulgarian. The highest of high hopes for this guy. He's something like I've never seen. Like the wrestling, the grounded pound, the submission attempts. Isaac Dulgarian was a beast. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah, man. The best base for MMA is wrestling, and Isaac Dulgarian is one of the best wrestling resumes in any weight class. And I don't know what this was, man, but he might have just thrown away his fucking career today. I hope he cashed the shit out of that fucking prop, and I hope he was one of the guys getting plus 800 rather than the people who were in at the end getting plus 450, whose accounts just got fucking nuked.
Oh, you know damn well that Dulgarian likes steak.
Yeah, he does. Who doesn't? I mean, Frank, I like steak too.
He likes steaks. He likes yachts. He likes hoes and bikinis, and he likes piles and piles of cash.
Yep. It's a phenomenal. I mean, look at that boat. That nice
looks like a good time. That looks like a great time. Good weather.
Attractive women there. There's stacks of cash all over the damn place.
Some drinks, popping champagne.
You know how many steaks you could buy with that money, Brady?
A lot of steak.
You could buy the damn steak house.
You could. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of big bags of cash.
Yeah, dude. You could have giant fillets and then put pieces of bacon in the middle and have a sandwich where the fillets are bread and bacon is the fucking meat. And you could do that all day long, dude. Nobody could stop you. You own the steakhouse. What are they going to tell you? You're the boss.
Exactly.
They do what you tell them to do, not the other way around. I want my fucking bacon sandwich with fillets as the bread and I want a medium rare.
Yeah, exactly. With that much cash, you can do whatever you want, man. That's a big piles of cash.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people are tagging the FBI. I even tagged the FBI. I tagged the FBI in one of my tweets. Before the fight, I was like, let me see if I can pull it up. I was like, FBI, look into this. Look into this.
I just posted a tweet that says, here we go again. And it's the Del Valle round 1 prop going from plus 850 to plus 500. Dude, that fucking tweet got 10,000 or 101K. 101K. So that got over 100,000 views.
Wow.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
So UFC, if you don't think there's a problem, when I'm tweeting a 4-word tweet with a little picture and it gets 101,000 views on Twitter, I'm a nobody. Get your fucking shit together. Learn, put wise guys on the commission. Why are you putting these rank amateurs on the commission that don't know how to fucking hide their corruption?
Yeah.
You know, these guys are worse than Congress. These guys could fuck up a cup of coffee. Dude, do you know that in the Ketlin Vieira Norman Dumont fight, the only fucking judge that got it right was Ron McCarthy?
Oh, God.
Can you believe that? 29-28 Vieira. Ron McCarthy had the only correct scorecard. Ron McCarthy. You know? I mean, like, if that would have been like when I was watching the 92 Bulls and in game 7, Luke Longley dropped 47 points while fucking Jordan went 0 for 14 from the field. Like, that's basically what that would have been. Like, holy shit, the Aussie big man is going Wilt Chamberlain on these hoes. No, that never happened. It was always Jordan and Pippen. Those fucking 3 stank centers, you know, Will Purdue, Luke Longley, Bill Wennington, they all sucked, you know? So, I mean, it's out in the open. And when I'm tweeting something that gets over 100,000 views, you guys got a fucking integrity problem. I can assure you of that. Yeah,
man, that's crazy. Like, yeah, I called it before the fight even started. 802. Isaac Dulgarian is minus 145. FBI, investigate this now.
Yeah.
Greg says he closed as the underdog on Kalshi. Is it Kalshi or Kalashi? I think it's like an exchange for betting.
Kalshi, yeah.
Dulgarian closes an underdog on there. That's pretty crazy.
Yep, it is crazy. It's ridiculous, really.
And then I tweeted this before the fight happened. I said if the UFC had any integrity whatsoever, they wouldn't let this fight happen, and they let it happen. Yeah, and I don't think even the UFC can stop it. I think it's the commission's job. It's crazy. They will investigate it like they did to the NBA. I hope so. Actually, they might. They already bust the NBA, and word on the street is the NFL is next. Good, investigate them all, man. Yeah, investigate everybody. I want everybody investigated now. Sick of it. Karembo needs to get some help as well. Yeah, we knew that. We already knew that. Everybody knew that he needs to get some help. Yeah. This has easily been the craziest 30-day period in the history of the UFC. I would tend to agree. Yeah. Because even like when the Minner thing happened, it wasn't like there were, 3 events before that where there was blatant corruption and 4 more events after it. It was just that fight. Yeah. And then a bunch of bad judging and bad reffing, which didn't get nearly as much attention as the fact that, these guys conspired to throw a fight. Yep. We should have listened to Jared Gordon. What did that dude got hit by a car? Yeah. I'm not listening to that guy. I'm not listening to Jared Gordon about anything. Yeah, nobody knew Jared Gordon got hit by the car until like 30 seconds after the fight was over, and Bilal Muhammad got on Twitter and was like, Jared got hit by a car. Yeah, I mean, if I knew Jared got hit by a car, I would be putting so much money on Rafa Garcia. Like, I'm not betting on a guy that got hit by a car. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he popped his knee, and people knew it. I saw people giving out fucking max bets on Rafa Garcia an hour before the fight. I'm like, what? Max betting him? Max bet. A max bet
on Rafa Garcia. Okay. All right.
Watch it, but don't bet on it. But betting on it that's the fun part, man.
I know.
I could watch fights without betting on them, like, but it just makes it so much better betting on it. Like that's with every sport. Like I couldn't sit through an NFL Sunday without doing fantasy or betting on it. Like I couldn't do that.
Oh, dude, can you imagine trying just to watch one game?
Every
fucking penalty takes 5 minutes. And then there's a timeout. Oh, false start, illegal motion, illegal shift. Who gives a fuck? Start playing football, you know? Like it's unwatchable unless you have fucking money on it.
You're telling me, man. Oh, I hate football so much. Word on the street is Dulgarian was fighting injured, but he would have lost anyway. That's why I bet on Yadier.
Great.
Yadier would have won with or without the rig, to be honest. I mean, maybe, but that's not the point we're trying to drive home, though. That's the thing. Phil Rose corner yelling, grab the fence and get up was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. They're not going to, I mean, like, then just let them take the fucking point. At least then maybe you could find that moment that the corner kept talking about that Phil Rowe was nowhere close to finding. Dude, like, when that fight was over, Phil looked like he had just gotten out of bed. Like he had just woken up from a bad dream, you know? Like, it was so
that was just one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Him and David Onama tonight was just really, really bad. And Dumas, I mean, it was all bad. Yeah, I wish I could play that clip, but I don't think the audio would come through. Can you hear it?
No. Yeah, that never works, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, you got to actually download the video and then put it into StreamYard, and then you can hear it. But then, even then, like, you know, you're doing from someone else's channel. You know, it's you don't know if you're going to get flagged for it. So
yeah, I think it's MMA Junkie did it on YouTube, and then Hey Jive posted it on Twitter if you want to go check it out.
Okay.
UFC has to respond right. You would like to think they would.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how that fight happened. It should not have happened.
I said the same thing about the Lucas Almeida fight. That fight shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that one cost me units too, because I remember thinking, like, there's no way that they're going to let this fight happen. They're going to go to wrap this guy's hand and let him fight. Come on, no way.
But it
and
happened.
Then he never threw the hand.
Never, not once, not one time. Yeah, lock him up. Lock up Lucas Almeida. Lock up Isaac Algate. Lock them all up, man. Phil Rose clearly not a criminal. Could have used the fence grab. Yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
Hose in bikini. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love hose, especially in bikinis?
Yeah, we're on the same page there.
Spent the last 10 minutes researching the Pantoja-Asakura line. UFC broadcast shows tail of the tape, Pantoja minus 265, yet the universal line was minus 192. It was a similar move. You're a math guy, minus 265 to minus 192 compared to minus 215 to minus 130.
Yeah, so like the implied probability going from minus 215, you're talking something around 68, 69%. Going to what?
Like minus 130.
Yeah, so like to going to maybe 55%. You know, so you're talking about over a 10% move in implied probability, which is massive.
Yeah.
10% is huge, you know, right before fight time. Pantoja minus 265. So minus 200 is 67%.
Minus 265 is 72.6.
72.6%. Minus 192, about 66%.
Yeah,
so
66%
move. It's about half in implied probability what the move was for Del Valle. But also, don't forget, you know, Kai Asakura was a bit of an unknown. There were a lot of people on him. And let me just tell you another thing. Asian people love to gamble. When Asian people start throwing down some money, those lines are going to move. Those motherfuckers can move. They can move lines, Brady. And Kai Asakura got moved a little bit there, but that was a different, you know, like this is a low-level featherweight fight here between a guy that's, you know, whose best win is Connor Matthews.
Oh,
you know, going up against a guy in Dulgarian who only has three UFC fights at this point. So, you know, it was for a line to move that much. one of them was a main event where there's massive liquidity. So that, you know, you could have big shifts moving because there's a bunch of money in there. This fight's going to have 1/10 of the money coming in that a fucking pay-per-view main event would have.
Oh yeah.
So the lack of liquidity creates bigger swings. And in this case, it was just a swing in a market that shouldn't have swung that way. So it became evident.
Yeah. We got Dan from Hat the Battle saying, tapping in before I tap out. Have any arrests been made yet? Not as far as I'm concerned, not yet.
Somebody's getting perp walked. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get arrested, I think. I'd be shocked if nothing happened. But yeah, and by the way, shout out to Dan. He got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Nobody deserves it more than Dan. He's been around for a very long time, doing a great job. Shout out to Dan for 10K. Huge milestone there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Dan. That's phenomenal.
Dang it, I guess the Dodgers won the World Series. I was kind of rooting for the Blue Jays. I like an underdog story, but I guess the Dodgers won. Yeah,
damn it. Oh well. I'm a Cubs fan.
I don't even like I haven't watched a baseball game since like 2010, so I don't. Needed a quick bankroll boost, so I live bet Ketlin Vieira minus 8,500 odds just as the fight finished. Laid a quick 8,500 to win 100. I'm just watching. I'm just waiting for it.
Who wants to tell Henry? Who wants to give Henry the bad news?
Did you imagine?
Oh man.
Oh God. We got Josh in the building. Late to the party, but how rigged was that Dulgarian fight? Can't wait to hear y'all break down. Yeah, we broke it down for almost 2 hours. We're about to head out after we get to these comments, but we broke it down for almost 2 hours. I think we said a lot. I watched a video of Dulgarian saying he thinks he should get 3% of the money. People bet on him. No red flags there. Yeah, big red flags. And no, you shouldn't. I mean, the reason people watch the sport, a lot of the reason, because people are betting on it. That's why people watch. They're betting. They have action on the fights, on the games. So no, people shouldn't get a percentage. That's stupid. That's dumb, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just not... It doesn't really have anything to do with them in terms of, you know, it's a completely different market that they're not involved in.
I mean, if somebody wins you something, I guess, and maybe like tip them, but I mean, even then it's like, especially the guys in the NFL, they're making millions of dollars. Screw them. Screw the NFL.
You know, the best way to make money in the UFC is go out there and win your goddamn fights.
Yeah, just win the fight.
Yeah. I mean, there's very few people that get cut for winning. You know, Martin Budai got cut with a phenomenal record. Mm-hmm. You know, we've seen guys get cut with good records before just because they weren't putting on necessarily the most exciting fights. You know, but you can make a lot of money here if you string together a bunch of wins. You get new contracts, you make more money. Dude, like, remember when Kelvin Gastelum came in fat against Stoltzfus?
Yeah.
Dude, like, Stoltzfus was saying something to the effect of that Gastelum coming in fat got him almost $100,000, Brady.
Mm.
So what is Gastelum making if when he gets a 40% fine, he's paying Stoltzfus near six figures? And then that's what he's getting just to show up. Kelvin Gastelum was never champion, but he strung together a bunch of wins. You know, he had a lot of really exciting fights, and it turns out now that Kelvin is doing pretty well financially.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't remember Kelvin ever throwing a fight. Do you?
No, he wouldn't throw a fight.
Dude, are you kidding me? He's one of the toughest guys. He's taken some massive damage, shown tons of heart, you know? So, yeah, you know, like they got I'm telling you, Brady, they got a fucking problem. They got a real big problem on their hands right now.
It's a big problem. I'm curious to see what kind of happens throughout the week, if anything at all. Curious to kind of see the turnout of this, but I feel like this hurts the UFC too, though. Real gamblers units on UFC have to be managed differently now, right?
Yeah, they do.
Definitely does. It definitely does hurt the UFC for sure, and I think they know that. Like, they can't just be having this stuff happen week after week. People are going to get sick of it, and it's not.
And Brady, they can go anywhere else. They can bet on the NFL. They can bet on the fucking hockey games. They can bet on the NBA games. They don't have to watch this sport, especially if they think it's rigged.
Yeah. Name one other reason to watch this. I mean, when I was younger and I wasn't able to bet, I would watch NFL, but then there was fantasy involved. You know what? You're right. You're right. It's all gambling, man. It's all about. No, some people do watch the sport without having money on it. Let's see. Dulgarian is Armenian. Some of the shadiest people around. Yeah, I don't know. Do you get tipped by your boss for doing what you already get paid for? No bonus. No, dude's a moron and a criminal. Just talking about Dulgarian. Yeah, I agree. I think he is a moron, and I think he is a criminal. I wouldn't say that to his face, though, because he'd take me down. And actually, no, he wouldn't. I mean, if Yadier can stuff a takedown, I think I might be able to stuff a takedown.
Get your hips out, get an underhook. You could put this bum on his back and bust his head open, man.
Put him in a rear naked choke. I might as well. He wouldn't fight the hands. He would just throw punches to the head.
Yeah.
Hamdi got cut for winning. I mean, good. Good.
I don't remember him winning a single fight, actually.
I don't know. Weezy Brady, Hoops Junkies. Why has the NBA turned into sports entertainment? I've been done with the NBA for a very long time. I don't watch basketball. Used to, not anymore.
Dude, me and this guy here, the swinger, that's a picture of me in his
I don't even notice
there. Yeah, dude, like, so me and this guy, we went to college together.
Nice.
And Swing was in the Army, and after he was in the Army, he was somebody that could get bets down at our fraternity house, right? Mm-hmm. He was one of the only people that actually went to class and got good grades. The rest of us degenerates at the Sigma Chi house, we were smoking weed by noon and getting fucked up. And then, but what we would always do is, back then, we're talking about like 1994, 1995, mm-hmm. You'd have to go and get the paper. You have to go and actually buy the newspaper. You go to the sports section, throw out the rest of that paper because it's worthless. And then you go and find the betting lines, right? Yeah. And you look at all the betting lines. They were printed in the papers. And then you'd call up the bookie, to get your bets down. Now, this guy, Swing, was the best NBA bettor in our house. And so there'd be a group of us waiting outside of his door at like 4 p.m. when he got back from classes with the lines, like we'd have like circled like what we were thinking. It'd be like, what do you think of the Pistons tonight? What do you think of the Spurs tonight? And we were always gambling based on what this guy would say. And we used to sit up and watch the NBA all night. We loved it, man.
Nice.
We loved gambling on it, watching it. I mean, we had fun, dude. Those were some good years for the NBA, man. Michael Jordan was around. He was playing. There were some really good teams, some really good play. They played some defense back then. They used to call traveling. I saw like Giannis he got a dunk. He took like 8 steps. I was like, what do they do? This isn't even a game. Like, how can you stop that guy if you're going to let him get a running start? But yeah, we were all degenerate gamblers. We used to have to sit there with the goddamn paper. Now it's all on your phones. You can get your bets in, no problem. It was different back then, man. You had to worry about getting paid when you won. You had to worry about, were you going to have enough money to cover your losses at the end of the week if you had a rough week? We've got some stories from those days, man.
Yeah, those days had been crazy. Getting odds from the paper. Oh,
dude, it was wild, man. It was completely different back then, man.
Sounds kind of fun. Fun time to be in, I think.
Yeah.
It's 1 a.m. again. Yeah. I was born in 94.
Yeah. That was when my gambling problems started.
Yep. 5 large bets on the first round for Dulgarian fight fixed. Books will give money back. I don't know if they will or not, unfortunately. I know some books have, some books are not going to. Just spoke with someone at my bookie. Bet I had on Dulgarian, still pending due to an ongoing investigation, hoping to get that one voided. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to see what happens here because, Caesar's getting out ahead of it and, voiding bets, that's going to put some pressure on some of these other sports books to do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to maybe cause like a chain reaction type thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
Sounds like, in a way, Weezy and I were both born in 94. There you go.
Yeah.
FanDuel is not giving money back unless the UFC comes out and changes things, which they won't. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But all right, we're about 2 hours in. It's time to head out. Weezy, we'll be back. We will be back on Monday.
Yeah.
At 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. We moved the show to Monday for various reasons. So this was not your typical Stat Digger show. Typically, we like to give a quick recap, and then break down the fights. But we had to come on here. We had to give a quick recap for UFC Vegas 110, talk about all the madness, talk about all the crookedness, talk about all the corruption, talk about the fixed fight, talk about the commission. We had a lot to talk about, these past couple weeks, and especially tonight, I think was the last straw for a lot of people, including us. So we want to come on here and do that. But we'll be back on Monday breaking down UFC Vegas 111 back in the Apex. Hopefully the shenanigans come to an end. But we'll see you guys. All right, we'll talk to you Monday. See you soon. Peace.